Hey, what's up everyone? Thunderbob here, and I am checking out some more Diablo 2 Resurrected Alpha again. This is a BOWAZON, and I have played a BOWAZON. It was a Windforce BOWAZON pretty early on. This one's a little bit different. Again, it's based off a multi-shot, guided arrow for single target, critical strike. I pumped up Pierce a little bit more because I'm not using Razor Tail anymore, and I've got more points into my evasion skills because I am more of a glass cannon right now. I've got almost everything in dexterity, so attack rating is not as critical and haven't really put much into penetrate because of that. Now, major changes are the gear, went from Windforce to Faith, and I've got enough increased attack speed to hit my final breakpoints. Just gotta cycle through the gear here. So I should be hitting the maximum breakpoint you can. Just got some damaging charms. I also changed out mercenary, pride for concentration. I realized this says blessed aim, but there appears to be a bug because this is a might merc. I've bought like 3 in a row and it just always displays blessed aim. But you can see the aura under him is definitely might and not blessed aim. So some kind of weird bug there. But yeah, we're gonna try this out. I think I'm going to try run an Andariel on player 1, and then I'll swap to player 8. And this character definitely puts out quite a bit of damage. Like, almost one-shotting everything in player 1. But it's definitely a glass cannon. It can get ripped to shreds pretty quick. It's a fun build. I've always liked the, of course that's where you run into problems, is when you run into physical immune. And it looks like I've got 2 here. But that's why you have, and I didn't put it on my bar because I'm dumb, magic arrow. Okay, should probably put that on to that. But yeah, I've always enjoyed the BOWAZON. I think my favorite Amazon build is actually the Lightning Fury build, but BOWAZON is maybe my number 2. It does take a pretty ridiculous amount of gear to reach this stage though. Like, this is definitely not like early game. This is a pretty late game build here. And this is saved file from Diablo 2 Classic that has been converted over. I did not find all this gear. It's not possible in, the alpha. You can only do Act 1 and Act 2. So please understand that's why using an old save file. When the game comes out, I'm planning on playing on Battle.net and playing legitimately. I feel like it's almost a little too dark here. Like they could maybe raise the brightness just a tad. I don't know if anyone's playing it, but I've got a video up for the Ascent, and I've put 5 to 10 hours in, and I'm like really enamored with it right now. Like, I kind of want to jump back into it, but I wanted to do a couple more videos here. Still very hopeful that the beta starts before long. Yeah, that's the only thing you kind of run into problems with is physical immunes, but Magic Arrow does okay on them. I didn't even know I went down this way. Just an update on kind of the stuff that's going on with me. I've been kind of talking about it in videos when I've got kind of updates, but I lost my parents at the beginning of the year, and it's been a hard time, but lately I've been dealing with being the executor and dealing with the estate and everything, and as of yesterday, I have been able to sell my parents' house, got most of their affairs in order, got just a couple more minor things to deal with, but it's like the paperwork and the craziness and just all the shit you gotta deal with, you know, beyond the grief and the pain is almost done, and it's definitely a relief. It's been taking up a lot of my time lately, so happy about that. Plus I get some money, so that's always good. But honestly, I'm just glad to be done with it. I'm not exactly hurting for money. Aw, I'm like that. Gothic Axe. Not even gonna look at it. Yeah, so that worked pretty dang well.
Good day.
Now we're gonna jump on to players 8. And we are going to see how I do elsewhere. Let's see, where have I not been lately? It's more with a lot of enemies. I like the canyon. It's like bright and shiny and there's lots of people to kill. And it is going to be slower with player 8, of course. I'm just hoping not too much slower. And I definitely have enough mana still to keep up with this level of multi-shot, which is nice. If you don't have enough, it can be problematic at times. And it's not quite as fast. And to be honest, I think BOWAZON has kind of fallen out of vogue over the years. Like, in Diablo 2 Classic, meaning before the expansion was released, they were just amazing, and I feel like with the expansion, especially with patches that came later, a lot of the other classes kind of got buffed and buffed and buffed, and I feel like BOWAZON in particular didn't see a lot of changes, and even with like ridiculous gear is only kind of good, whereas a lot of the more popular builds, even with, you know, mid-level gear, they can be really effective. But this is working pretty well. It's just literally have some of the best gear you can get with just a couple of exceptions. Don't kill my merc. That cheat damage is almost 10,000. It's not too bad. I know there's a few things I could modify, but it's a pretty good representation of a high-end BOWAZON. And I remember when Guided Arrow used to pierce and could pierce multiple times. Those were the days. You'd have it like killing a boss with just like a single Guided Arrow that pierced like 11 times. I feel like I don't have enough lifesteal on my merc. He's gonna die again. And definitely, that knocks me down about 1,000 damage. Look how fast those arrows are flying. Beautiful. Well, I might end it here momentarily. I just wanted to show briefly how the BOWAZON fares when you go to Faith rather than Windforce. If you've got any comments or suggestions, please let me know. I'm by no means a complete expert at this build. I've read a lot of guides and have a pretty good understanding of you know, what's the popular meta right now, but I'm always open to suggestions, so please leave a comment. If you've got any specific builds or setups you want me to test out, just let me know and I'll see what I can do. I'll be happy to try them out. And if you enjoyed this video, as always, you know, give me a like, give me a subscription, leave me a comment. But thank you again for watching, everyone, and have a good night.